Tough
I think
to call.
VortiX is better, as some people said. I think ViBE has a small edge. The fact that this goes to a 3-game series is not surprising to me at all.
No. As you already pointed out at the beginning of the cast, this is the European runner-up versus the North American runner-up, and both of these guys have had success on international levels. They're both great players. Guys, also want to say just real quickly that this tournament would not be possible without some of the help of our great sponsors, including Razer. Team Razer is home to the world's most elite professional gamers. Go check out team.razerzone.com for more information about Razer and Razer products. And Tomb Valley is our third map. It is our final map in this best of 3. The winner will stay kind of on top in the group. We've got a pretty interesting group format here at the Battle.net World Championship. It's basically, we have 8 groups, but it's double elimination inside of each group. So very similar to the format that the GSL uses. Top 2 players will come out of each group, will advance to a 16-player single elimination bracket. That'll all be happening tomorrow. We will play every single group game today.
Yes, actually every single game of this tournament will be broadcasted. That's one of the reasons why there are so many casters here, which I think is awesome. The only thing that makes me a little bit sad about it is that while we were casting these games, we are missing a lot of the other games, which is not only sad because I want to watch them, it's also kind of weird because later on in the tournament we might actually have to cast those guys, and then the people at home have already seen the games that we haven't seen yet, but God bless the VOD, so hopefully we will be able to catch up as much as possible later on. Both players opening up with a 15 pool, so neither one is want to take the risk of going heads first here on Tomb Valley. Of course, ViBE, by the way, is our eOnZerG spawning in the left bottom side of this map. And VortiX is one of the 2 Moreno brothers spawning on the right top side of this map. Of course, the other one here is his brother Lucifron, who's in group H or G, if I'm not mistaken, the group with Levin, Lowly, and Insert.
Yeah, and one of the most exciting stories about the Moreno brothers is if the stars align, it's possible that they could end up facing each other in the first round of the round of 16. So very, very cool, interesting thing. Guys, if you're fans of Kevin and me, if you want to be sticking with us all day, then know that we will be on this stream most of the day. Our next match is going to be State versus Baby Night. That'll be followed up by Curious versus Titan. Kevin and I will be casting all of those games. And we'll actually be spending most of our day, if not all of our day, here on Stream 3, and also, I think, all of our day tomorrow on Stream 3.
I am really excited for the PvP after this game as well, because I'm curious to see what practicing in Korea did with State. Baby Night has known to have pretty strong PvP, so I think a lot of people are excited to see those 2 guys face off, and I certainly am, Ben. Anyways, let's focus on this game. We see both players 17 and 16 rounds, so very even so far. A couple of links run across the map on either side, and Overlord's getting in position, so far everything is as standard as it gets.
That's right. Ling Scout will walk right up into the main base of ViBE. And it's not going to see too much. It's going to see a gas down. But that's really about it. Nice little harass there by VortiX, but ultimately not going to achieve too terribly much. Very, very even game right now. 20 drones to 20 drones. Zergling speed being started for both players at the exact same time. You can see that VortiX is continuing to mine gas. He opened like this on our first map on Cloud Kingdom. And then he tried some... No, he didn't. He opened 9 pool. Yes. But he transitioned into this, and he tried some very heavy Zergling Baneling kind of early mid-game aggression.
This is rather sloppy here by VortiX, man. Or do you think this is on purpose? I cannot imagine this is on purpose.
I really, really doubt it. I can't imagine why in the world he would do this. I think it's just a bad rally. Maybe he queued up an Overlord with his Zerglings and accidentally rallied them both to the same spot. This Overlord is going to die, and it will momentarily supply block VortiX. He is making 2 Overlords at once now, which should free him up. It's actually ViBE, Kevin, that's going to be the aggressive player here. He's making a lot of links.
So maybe that Overlord wasn't, his sacrifice did not go up in vain, because he did see that Baneling nest. VortiX on the other is getting a Roach Swarm. So I think VortiX is going to produce roaches pretty much immediately, even though he's droning up so badly right now.
I don't know if he's going to have the larva or the supply room, Kevin. He's at 43 or 44 supply. He's not building an Overlord. He's got a lot of Lings barreling across the middle of the map. VortiX is in some trouble right now.
Oh, ViBE can just actually run across the map. He doesn't know this yet. He doesn't know there's not a Baneling nest for VortiX. There are 24 links, man, and all that VortiX has right now are these 2 queens to hold his rep.
Oh, VortiX is in huge trouble, Kevin. Maybe in part because of the lost Overlord, maybe in part because of the supply block. maybe in part because he never got the Baneling nest, but either way, Zerglings and Banelings are now in his natural, and they're doing some pretty catastrophic damage. Baneling's going to come waddle for it as well.
Actually, VortiX has been doing this pretty well so far, but yes, he lost quite a few drones, and he's losing more drones right now in the main base. Of course, his army not as quick and mobile as these Zerglings. He ends up losing a lot of drones over here.
So many drones are going to go down here, and that might actually... Oh, and Baneling's connecting in the natural at the same time. If we look at the workers tab, we can see a terrible story, a tragedy for VortiX. He's down nearly 20 workers right now. 10 drones immediately go into the production tab. That'll bring him back to 30 harvesters against the 37 of ViBE, but it is not going to be an easy situation to overcome. ViBE is being so smart right now, knowing that his opponent went straight up to roaches. Does not want to take any chances, immediately drops 3 spine crawlers and a roach horn of his own.
I mean, that is very smart. This also allows VortiX, if VortiX just wants to drone up, which actually does not seem to be the case, man. VortiX wants to make roaches. So I think VortiX is going to try to win the game right now with these roaches. So in that case, those spine crawlers are super smart and worth their weight in gold.
A couple of lings going to come forward from ViBE, and what is he going to see? He's going to see a morphing layer. Which could be a fake, Kevin, but he also does see a hatching roach, and that is huge. There's the other roaches. If he was paying really close attention, he also saw a lot of unspent larvae. So we're going to have to wait and see how ViBE reacts, but he's building drones right now, Kevin, so I don't think that he was paying that close of attention.
Very smart by VortiX to fake that layer. Actually,
showed the layer, then canceled the layer, and ViBE has taken the bait. He is finally going to produce a handful of roaches, but is it going to be enough? It's going to be a little bit of a tough call. Layer's already done for ViBE. He's getting roach speed right now.
I mean, with the queens, there are 2 queens there as well. They can help out quite a bit. Those 3 spine crawlers, man, they should help so much. And now he will see all these roaches marching across the map.
It's going to be a very, very close defense. I'm really eager to see the units tab and to see just how these 2 guys stack up. It's 17 roaches against 6. Speedlings being rallied across the map right now from VortiX. They're going to complicate things substantially.
Well, it would be crucial for ViBE if he has just a few links on the map, which could morph into Banelings against those 32 Zerglings that run across the map from VortiX. ViBE, of course, still going to have defender's advantage. He's going to, well, I don't think he wants to take this fight already. It's going to be quite close.
Critical moment right now. ViBE has had a lot of time to get roaches out. These spine crawlers are also absolutely instrumental in this defense. Already he's thinning out the roaches substantially, but here come the Zerglings. Drones coming off the line now for ViBE. Everything going to come down to this one fight. 76 supply to 86. Drones doing a great job of absorbing some damage, but will it be enough?
So close, so many links still on the way for VortiX, but for now VortiX is retreating. Army supply, small advantage for ViBE. Worker-wise, still 8 drones ahead, so every second that goes by is still better for ViBE, as he's still mining more money. And he does still have both queens alive.
Another big blob of purple crossing the mini-map. That's going to be a lot of additional speedlings. ViBE does have a pretty good position here, but the lings are going to complicate things. Zergling Roach, way more cost-effective than pure Roach. ViBE doing a great job fighting on the ramp, using his position, but he's given up his natural, and now he's going to take some worker losses, and this is what VortiX needs to bounce back in this game. If he can even up the economy, then maybe he can transition as well. ViBE continue to produce roaches, but ViBE, he's making drones right now, adds a big wave of drones, feels very confident that he can clean this up, and for good reason does clean this up. What were the losses?
VortiX making a lot of roaches right now, but man, ViBE has the advantage. He has speed roaches. VortiX does not. VortiX is going up to 3 bases, but I don't see a world where he can defend this base. Worker-wise right now, ViBE's still ahead after remaking a couple of those drones. He's 41 against 29. I do think that this time we do have a layer for VortiX, so during all that aggression, he did tech up to layer. But I don't think he's going to be able to keep this base alive, and I would be surprised if he keeps his natural alive.
Yeah, ViBE knows the 3rd is there, and that's exactly where he's going to go. Actually changing his mind when he sees VortiX's units and wants to walk right up into the natural. This is an interesting choice. ViBE's going to go ahead and pick a fight here, but it's not one that I think that he's convinced he can win.
I mean, VortiX remade all his roaches pretty much, so even though ViBE won't be able to deal that much damage right now, this base will survive actually. The good thing is that VortiX is still incredibly low on workers. He's still on 28 drones against 49 drones right now for ViBE. I guess that's all that ViBE wanted. ViBE is either like, okay, you're going to catch up in economy and I will kill your 3rd base, or you're going to make a lot of roaches, which you won't be able to use, and I'm still going to be so far ahead economically.
Yeah, pretty good spot for ViBE right now. 91 drones to 80. I'm sorry, 91 supply to 87. 55 drones to 33. Should mean that VortiX has a pretty substantial army advantage, and that is, of course, the case. 54 army supply to 36. VortiX still producing units. ViBE's also gone into roach production as well, though, so he realizes perhaps how important it is that he does at least maintain a strong fighting army. VortiX is doing something really smart right now. He's sending his queen down to chase this overlord away. He's doing this because he wants to attack, and we can see right now he is sneaking those units out behind the vision of that overlord, so ViBE is not going to know that these roaches are about to cross the map.
ViBE, of course, is a very experienced ZerG player, and he probably knows that often when something like this happens, well, these changelings did die. This is what's going to be the case. There's another overlord over here in the middle of the map. It will spot all these roaches. VortiX had a supply advantage for quite a while, but by the time that these roaches arrive and they're ready to fight, I think that ViBE is going to be ready to fight as well. Wow, ViBE burrowed all of his roaches, by the way, Ben.
I think he's just going to try to heal him up, and that's exactly the case. He is going to go ahead and take this fight at the top of the ramp. VortiX coming with more lings and more roaches, but ViBE this time with a far superior position is easily going to hold. VortiX is going to have to get the heck out of there. He is way behind in supply, 100 supply to 150, and ViBE with an ironclad defense is going to be feeling incredibly comfortable right now.
VortiX trying to make something happen, man, but the North American ZerG is just in superb position. He has an overwhelming amount of roaches. He's been out-mining VortiX for the longest amount of this game, and now he is in a position to counterattack, as he has 47 roaches against only 26 for VortiX, and I think the runner-up of the WCS European Continental Finals is in quite a bit of trouble.
Looks like it. ViBE continues to cross the map, and he has so many roaches. He's going to scoot and shoot a little bit here, but I think eventually he will just stand and fight, and when he does, I feel like it's a sure loss for VortiX. ViBE, 140 supply against 100, and he's going to burrow his units for some reason. I guess not completely confident, but now he is, as he is back up and fighting. VortiX is in a corner, his back against the wall, and GG.
Wow.
Being called. ViBE takes this first series with a 2-1 map score. Very well played by ViBE.
Super important win for ViBE as well. What